Hi, I'm Birdie Galaxy, and this is the Lunatic Fringe. Welcome if you're new around here, and welcome back to all of my subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and liked so far. I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited about that, and I really appreciate everybody who has left comments and positive feedback and encouragement, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this month we have a lot of movement happening in Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries, as well as the opposite of Aries, Libra, when we have a full moon. So we're going to have a new moon in Pisces and then a full moon in Libra, which will touch your Libra and your Aries houses. There's also going to be a lot of movement into Pisces, so we will get into that for your specific rising sign. If you want to know what's happening for you in the month of March, what all of this energy moving into Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries is going to mean for you, stick around. Okay, Libra rising. When we start out the month, the Sun and Mercury are in Pisces, which is your 6th house, so your house of the daily grind and personal health and daily routines and habits. Now, in the 9th of the month, Mercury, or the Magician, this is the energy of manifestation, creation, magic. The Magician is the card in the tarot that has all of the elements. So the Magician has all the resources it needs to make any magic, to manifest anything. So Mercury is intellect, communication, it's your mind, it's messaging. Mercury is moving into Aries. Aries is your 7th house. Your 7th house is the house of relationships, unions, partnerships, marriage. Now, this doesn't have to just be a romantic partnership. This can be a business partnership or a best friendship even. So Mercury entering Aries in your 7th house brings a period of assertive communication and intellectual dynamism within your partnerships or within your relationships. Now, just the day after, on the 10th of the month, there's a new moon. So the moon, or the High Priestess, this is your emotions, your feeling of security and your foundation, your roots, as well as intuition and just that gut instinct. The moon will have moved into Pisces with the sun. And when the moon and the sun come together at the same degree, at this particular junction, it's 20 degrees of Pisces, this is a new moon. New moons are opportunities to start fresh, to rethink something, to try something again, or start something new, do something totally different. It's the beginning of a new moon cycle. So this particular new moon in Pisces is in your 6th house of the daily grind, of your health and habits, of your routines. So this can signify a time of introspection and healing in matters relating to your health, to your daily routines, as well as your service to others. How do you serve others? How do you help others? The 6th house can really be the house of adulting and responsibility. So how are you doing that? Now, this new moon encourages you to embrace more compassion and more spirituality in your approach to your daily grind, to your health and habits, and to your work situation, your work environment. Now, just the day after, Venus, which has been in Aquarius, hanging out with Pluto and Mars, where Pluto will be there for the next 20 years. So you're getting a lot of taste of that Pluto energy in Aquarius right now. But on the 11th of the month, Venus moves into Pisces alongside the sun. The moon has moved on already, but Venus will move into Pisces. Now, Venus comes in and infuses this daily routine, this daily grind in your work situation or your work environment with compassion, with creativity, and Venus brings out a desire for you to serve others. You're really feeling that you value your ability to serve others or what you can gain spiritually from serving others. So this Venus movement through your 6th house is fostering harmony and emotional fulfillment within your daily grind, daily routines, health and habits, especially when it comes to serving others. So on March 19th, the sun moves on into Aries, and this sun is the vital energy of life. This is your joy, success, the force for living. that energy moves into your 7th house. So this really infuses a period of renewed energy and renewed vitality in your partnerships and in your relationships. There's just a lot of energy going on there right now. The sun is where we find our absolute childlike joy and happiness. So that is something that's coming out for you right now in your house of relationships. This is also encouraging you to assert yourself within the pursuit of your mutual goals within that partnership. So maybe you're feeling like you haven't had as much of a voice or as much of a say or impact on some sort of collaborative partnership effort. The sun moving in here is really helping you to really speak your mind, especially with Mercury there. It's time for you to maybe be a little bit more assertive in a relationship situation or a partnership. This could be a business partnership. So on the 22nd of the month, Mars, or the Tower, this is just raw energy, and Mars can bring crisis, but that crisis is that it reveals something that needed to be revealed before that couldn't be seen until Mars sort of moved the obstacle out of the way. So Mars can also just infuse a ton of energy. It's like a caffeine jolt. Mars is moving into Pisces, joining Venus in this 6th house of your daily grind. And this really ignites a period where your energy is being channeled towards compassionate service to others. In this service to others, or maybe some kind of volunteer work, or you're just focusing your day-to-day work on maybe helping others more, can foster a huge amount of spiritual healing on your part. You're feeling a lot of intuitive work in this daily routine, in your health, personal health matters, and in your ability to serve others. Maybe it's feeling like this is something that you've just needed to do for a long time, and it's coming to you from a very intuitive place. Now, on the 25th of the month, the moon, or the high priestess, will have moved all the way over here to Libra. Libra is the opposite of Aries. So when we have a full moon, of course, we have the sun and the moon in two opposite houses or two opposite signs pulling apart from each other. The energy is separating like a rubber band, and there's tension, and you're having to find balance between two opposite areas of your life. So for you, Libra rising, this is 1st house versus 7th house, or the house of you alone, you coming into the world, I am, versus the house of partnership or relationship or union. I am with one, a me plus one. This is me versus me plus one. So this full moon is showing you where you need to find balance, and it's opening up a period of heightened self-awareness and heightened awareness of your relationship dynamics. You're just hyper aware of you alone versus you as a partner. This can prompt the need to balance between, really just find that balancing act between your personal identity and the needs of the other people that you have commitments to, that you have relationships with. So there is some potential conflict here, but with gentle assertiveness and diplomacy, you may not be the most diplomatic in relationships, Libra rising, because you have Aries in the 7th house, and Aries is not necessarily very diplomatic. Aries is very headstrong and moves forward like the bull head first. So be assertive, but stay diplomatic. Now, one last thing, Libra rising. On the 1st of the month of April, on April Fool's Day, Mercury, which is in Aries, is going to go retrograde. And I'm bringing this up now because retrogrades have a shadow period of about 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after the actual retrograde period. This retrograde period is 23 days, so that is a long time. It's actually kind of a longer Mercury retrograde. And then we have 2 weeks before that and 2 weeks after that. So by mid-March, you may very well be feeling this Mercury retrograde energy. You need to be aware of the things to be cautious about with the Mercury retrograde energy. So for you, Libra rising, this Mercury retrograde in Aries in your 7th house may bring out extra communication challenges and misunderstandings in your partnerships. Be very aware of that. This can prompt a period of reflection and reassessment in your relationship dynamics and the commitments that you've made in those relationships. So I will talk more about that when I do the April horoscopes, but just know that by mid-March you could be feeling this Mercury retrograde energy, so be very careful with what you say, especially when it comes to your partnerships or your close relationships. So Libra rising, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. If you've already done that, I appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.